Hello, and welcome to Nincompoops in Cahoots. This is a place of imagination, creativity, learning, and adventure. We're going to be celebrating bizarre holidays and exciting themes. This week, we are going to be talking about frozen food and Employee Appreciation Day. These are bizarre holidays that we're celebrating today. But before we jump into these fun facts, I want to introduce you to my friend Eggburt. But we have to go to the creature closet to find him. Also, this month is Women's History Month. And it's a very important time to recognize women in our history. So today we'll have a blast from the past. A real exciting icon from the 1940s. Just wait and see. But let's go to our creature closet and go get Eggburt. Come on, let's go. All right, now we're at our creature closet. Now I'm going to introduce you to my new special friend. His name is Eggburt. Let's see if he's inside. Do you hear that? I think he's trying to get out. Eggburt, are you home?
Oh yes, please let me out.
I think he's excited to come out and play. Hi, Eggburt. Let's get you out of there.
Oh, thank you so much. Let me out. Oh.
All right, now that we have Eggburt, we're gonna go and tell you some fun facts about frozen foods.
Oh, so exciting. I'm very excited. Yay!
Okay, I'm here with Eggburt.
Hello.
We are here to tell you about some fun facts. Well, me mainly. He has no idea what we're going to talk about today. Do you?
No, I don't.
We're going to talk about frozen foods and Employee Appreciation Day, which is today.
Oh, interesting.
I'm excited. Are you excited, Eggburt?
Why, yes. I love to learn.
Well, we all love to learn, so let me tell you a little bit about those in just one moment. Stay tuned.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Are you ready for some fun facts about frozen food? Here we go. Frozen foods hit the market in the 1800s. A Russian company froze a small quantity of duck and geese and shipped them off to London. Carl Paul Gottfried Lind, an engineer, scientist, and professor at a technical university of Munich. He helped pioneer industrial cooling known as the Hampson-Lind cycle and used his findings to plan an ice and refrigeration machine back in the 19th century. Clarence Birdseye revolutionized the industry. He introduced the concept of flash freezing to the whole world. Birdseye frozen foods named after Clarence himself. He is partly to thank for the freezers that line the grocery store today. So next time you're at the grocery store, walk down the frozen food aisle and get excited because way back, someone else made those freezers, which we're talking about. First frozen food sold commercially was on March 6, 1930. March 6th, that is today. Birdseye frozen foods were put on sale at Davidson Market in Massachusetts, the first product of its kind. TV dinners were not the first frozen food. Airplane food in 1945, Maxon's Food Systems Incorporated started making strato plates. They're meals created specifically for eating on an airplane. Each meal contained meat, veggie, and a potato. And to be consumed in the air. Swanson's, the true creator of the TV dinner, Maxon's closed up shop with the strato plates before it could ever hit the market. So other companies decided to jump in, including One-Eyed Eskimo, Quaker State Foods, and Swanson's, which is the true creator of the TV dinner. Swanson's coined the name and were well known for TV dinners in the 1950s. Who is the inventor of the frozen pizza? There is some debate over which company first introduced the frozen pizza. Both Totino's and Tombstone tied for the title, but a more likely candidate is Celentano Brothers, who owned an Italian specialty store in New Jersey in the 1950s and are believed to have marketed the very first frozen pizza in 1957. How many frozen foods can you guys think of? I can think of a few myself. Ice is a fun one. Popsicles, ice cream, pizza. You can put meat in there. Right now I've got some fish and some chicken in my freezer. There's so many fun things. TV dinners, fun noodles that are frozen that you can make into a dinner. There's all kinds of things. What can you think of? What is your favorite frozen food? Mine's pizza. As well as ice cream, of course. Alright, so that's our fun facts for Frozen Food Day. Now, we're going to go and do an activity and make something frozen. So, stay tuned for that fun activity. Things you can do for a freezer. We were talking about our fun facts about frozen foods, and one of my favorite things to make that's frozen and that you put in the freezer is popsicles. And the cool thing about popsicles, they're very easy to make. You can make them with some juice. And today I have picked pink lemonade. So, the first thing we do is we unpeel this guy, and got to be careful because it's already thawed out. Make sure that you always wash your utensils and everything so that you stay sanitary. Pop the little top off, and as you can see, we're already thawed out. So we're going to pour that into our nice clear pitcher, and it can be any pitcher that you have. Okay. Now on the can itself, it says how many cans of water to put into it. So this one, let's find it. It says about 4 1/3 cans of water. So we have our water pitcher full of water. So we're just going to fill this. Now, the cool thing about making our own juice, it was a frozen juice. You can find it in the frozen food section, which we learned about. But there is a section in the grocery store for your frozen foods, which is where I found this pink lemonade. And there's all kinds of flavors. Grape, orange, regular lemonade, apple juice, kiwi, strawberry. There are so many flavors. And we're also not only going to make popsicles, we're going to pour some into our ice bins as well. Did you know that ice is just made from whatever liquid you want to put into it? It will freeze once you put it in the freezer, which is really fun. So we put 1 can in here so far. We need to do 4 1/3. The 1/3 part isn't, it doesn't have to be exact. It's just a guesstimation. Yes. Pouring the water. We're pouring the water. 2. I'll have to show you what this guy is. It's pretty funny. I enjoy it. We're gonna make 1 tray of juice ice cubes and 1 tray of water ice cubes. Pink lemonade ice cubes, I should say. This is 3. Okay. Eggburt will be so excited. He has no idea we're making popsicles right now. He's going to be so jealous. He'll want to eat them all. I'll have to make him his own special popsicle. 4. Ooh, getting full. So now we're just going to put a little bit extra just because it says 1/3. We're just going to do a little bit because 1/3 isn't very much. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. So we got a little bit more water. And now we're going to put our trash all together so we don't make a mess. It's always good to have paper towels around. You're going to take your stir spoon. And it can be any type of stir spoon. Just something to break up any ice chunks, because sometimes when you take it right out of the freezer and you want to make your juice, sometimes it's a big frozen clump of ice. Sometimes you need something to break up the ice. So have a nice spoon available for stirring the water and the juice together. Alright, I think that's about good enough. Our next step is to pour it into these little guys, and that's where our fun little utensil comes in. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Boink! It like pops open. How funny is that? It's a funnel! So, we're going to hold the funnel over this, and this is where you could ask an adult or a parent to help you. So you only want to fill it, you gotta leave just 1/4 of an inch right here. That way we can stick our lids on and they don't overflow. So this might be helpful to have your parent or adult supervisor to come over and assist you, just in case you don't feel steady enough with your hands. And slowly fill our little containers with juice. And you can do this with any juice, guys. You can do this with all those different flavors I told you about. You can even go, instead of going in the freezer section, you can even go into the juice section and pick out your favorite juice there. It doesn't have to be a frozen one, but because we're talking about frozen food, because today is National Frozen Food Day, I thought, you know, why not use a frozen juice for our frozen project? Alright, now that we have those together, we want to take the lids and be very gentle to secure them in the top. Like so. And you can find these fun little popsicle trays online on Amazon. I found these. They were about $10, but they're BPA free and safe for putting in the dishwasher, which is always good because I know that there's not extra chemicals in it. But there you go. There's that. Now, while we have some extra juice, we're going to fill up one of these ice containers full of juice for fun, because when I have some pink lemonade tomorrow, I'm going to want some of these ice cubes, or later today. Gotta give it enough hours. It has to be fully frozen. So we're gonna wait. We gotta put these in the freezer and wait until they're frozen. Okay, there's that. And last but not least, how you make regular ice is you just add water and you stick it in the freezer, let it freeze, and there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. I mean, it's always fun to experiment and to make things together. This is a fun family activity that you guys could do for the summer or the springtime. Making your own popsicles. It's cheaper and delicious. It's a super yummy, fruity snack. And I really like making them. It's super easy. So you guys should make them too. I hope you have lots of fun with this activity. I hope it brings some joy and some yummy snacks to you. Alright, so now that we have one ice cube tray full of water, one filled with lemonade, and our popsicles. Now we have to take these and put these in the freezer. We'll be back later on, and we will get to try our very delicious, fun, frozen snacks. So stay tuned for more fun times with our frozen foods. All right, we're about to meet our guest speaker of the day.
What? A guest speaker? Who is it?
Eggburt, it is Rosie the Riveter from the 1940s, a woman icon.
Wow, so exciting.
I know, I'm excited to meet her. So, in just a few moments, we are going to have a little chat with Rosie the Riveter. She's going to tell you some interesting facts from the 1940s.
Oh, that should be very, very fun.
I think so too. So, stay tuned for an interview with Rosie the Riveter, a blast from the past.
Yes, so exciting.
Rosie the Riveter was one of the biggest icons of the 20th century and symbolized the economic empowerment of women. With most men busy fighting in the war, more than 6 million women joined the workforce. The movement, most importantly, proved that women could do a man's job. The inspiration behind the trend of working women was associated with a real-life individual. Her name was Rose Will Monroe. Monroe worked as a riveter in the Willow Run Aircraft Factory in Michigan. She built B-24 bombers for the USAF and later became an actress in a movie. In 1943, a song became a movement written by Jacob Loeb and Red Evans. The song, Rosie the Riveter, made famous by James Kern K. Kaiser, the swing band leader. Here are some of the lines from the song. All day long, whether rain or shine, she's part of the assembly line. She's making history. A song about a protagonist waiting for Charlie, her fiance, a Marine, to come home from the war and marry her. In 1942, a year before the song came out, J. Howard Miller was commissioned to create a promotional poster, the now famous "We Can Do It" poster proved to be the prototype for the future Rosies. And later, it was picked up by the feminist movement of the 1980s as a modern symbol of female empowerment. Rosie the Riveter was to represent the temporarily displaced homemaker whose sole purpose was to support the war effort. by filling the industrial labor shortage due to the draft or enlistment. In 1942, President Roosevelt asked women to join the effort to increasing women participation in all the sectors of the workplace. They created the Woman in Necessary Service and the Woman in War campaigns in preparation for the 1944 D-Day campaign. Photographs of women industrial workers appeared in the 1943 and 1944 issues of Life, National Geographic, and Fortune magazine. A year after World War II ended, 3.5 million women had voluntarily or involuntarily left the labor force. Thank you for having me as your guest speaker and representing the important time in our women's history. Don't forget, ladies, we can do it. We just got to hear from Rosie the Riveter from the 1940s, a woman icon. "We can do it" was the slogan, and I believe that. And not just women, but men too. We can do it. Life is hard, and we should all stick together.
Yes, such a good slogan.
Yes, it is a good slogan. Now we're ready for our next activity, but I think our popsicles are done freezing.
Yay! I've been waiting so patiently.
I know, Eggburt. I'm excited to share one with you.
Let's have one.
I think we will. I'm going to go to the freezer and get us a popsicle.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the popsicle that we made way earlier in the video. And we are about to try our frozen, delightful snack.
Yay, I'm so excited to eat it.
I'm gonna eat it first, Eggburt. I made it.
Oh, but I want some.
I know, just be patient. He's so impatient. It's really good. Pink lemonade. It's almost soury. No, it's mine.
Oh, I want some.
Goodness. So good. Eggburt, you have to be patient and wait your turn. Oh, he's so impatient. Now don't forget to try to make these popsicles at home. Eggburt, stop.
Oh, I want some popsicle.
He's so antsy for some popsicle. So good. And those ice cubes, we made the juice. If you pour some of that lemonade into a glass and pop some of those pink lemonade ice cubes and drop them in there, it will make it taste so good. I mean, it'll just taste like pink lemonade. But at least the ice cubes won't water it down because they are pink lemonade ice cubes too. So, and you can eat them just like a popsicle as well. So, whatever you have around, or if you want to buy the popsicle, mold itself, you can easily make these at home. And they're really easy, cheap, and fun. Delightful.
Oh, so good. It looks so yummy.
I guess I should let him have some. You want some? So good. Eggburt, you just literally ate the whole popsicle and the stick. Was it tasty?
Oh, yes, it was very tasty.
Yes, I can see it's all over your face.
Ha 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 ha!
Yes, you are quite the funny character. Well, now that he's eaten both the popsicle and the stick that it was on, I guess we'll move on to our last activity, which will be painting a rock for Employee Appreciation Day. Let's show those employees of the world, staff members, people that are part of our workforce, that we appreciate them by giving them a special rock to say thank you for all that hard work that you guys do. Do you think that'll be fun?
Yes, that will be fun.
Although Eggburt, he likes to get messy with the paint, so he's gonna take a break because I'm gonna do the painting to show you guys how to do it.
Oh, that's no fair.
I know, Eggburt, but you tend to get paint all over your pretty white fur, and I do not want to spend hours cleaning that acrylic paint out of your fur. All right, so next up is painting rocks. Okay, now we're gonna paint a rock. We're painting these rocks for Employee Appreciation Day. So this is a chance for us to show some human kindness. I apologize. My friend the frog Armando is trying to join the conversation. Oh, and we have another one. How nice. It's like a serenade of the frogs, as well as neighbor kids yelling. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a white acrylic paint. You're going to paint your rock white, set it in the sun to dry. Then, once it is nice and dry, you're going to want to take another color, because once you have the white base coat, which makes that nice white blank canvas, a nice bright color will be really vibrant off of your white rock. So, once you paint your white base and let it dry, you're going to pick another color. I chose purple. Then you're going to paint your rock, whatever color you chose. Obviously mine is purple. Then you're going to let that also dry in the sun. Once this is nice and dry, we are going to pick out some colors to paint this rock. And I'm thinking we put a couple flowers on this rock. So I'm going to get some yellow, and make sure that you shake up your paint. Well, honestly, you should always check your lid, make sure your lid's on tight, and then shake your paint. And this is a fun activity to do with your family together. Or on your own, but if you're too young, you should always have someone there to supervise you, because acrylic paint can stain your clothes. So be very careful when you're painting with acrylic paint. All right, then you're gonna wanna take a smaller brush, a nice thin brush. Dip it in your yellow paint, and right now we're just gonna create a few little circles. Just a handful of circles. I'll probably do 4. Then rinse your brush. Always rinse your brush between colors. That way you don't blend the colors together. And have a napkin available to wipe your brush, or to clean up any mistakes that you make. Okay, now that we've put a little yellow, we're making the middle of a flower right now. So for my flowers, I think I want to do an orange flower and a pink flower, and maybe a turquoise flower. We're just trying to make this a really friendly, fun rock. So, I apologize, my acrylic paints are shedding all over the place. So now I'm taking orange, and I'm dipping my paintbrush in there. And as you can see, I have those little 4 yellow dots. We're going to paint a flower. And it's going to be just a simple little flower. So paint some lines from the circle up. And you're going to do that all the way around the dot. Put some little lines, creating like a little daisy, but with multiple colors.
And these rocks can say all kinds of things. Thank you for doing a great job. You're a great employee. Keep rocking it. All kinds of things. Whatever you think that you would like to say to someone who works really hard. Because there's a lot of employees out there. Lots of staff members at jobs. And you know what? They deserve to be recognized for the hard work that they do. Okay. Alright, so we have one little flower. Now we're going to paint 3 more little flowers. Alright, you can see that I took some time and painted 4 different flowers. So with the yellow dots, I made little swipes to make a little daisy-like pattern. And I did it with a few different colors. Now I'm taking a white pasta pen, or you can just use a paintbrush and some white paint, which I already showed you, acrylic paint. But using a pasta pen makes it a little bit easier on you. So if you need some help, if you don't know how to spell, or if you're not very good at writing, ask your parent or supervisor to help you write on this rock. And what I'm writing is thank you for working so hard. All right. Now, once you have that, you can let it sit out and dry. You can add some sparkles to it. You can add some polka dots, which I will probably add some polka dots here. I'm going to take some orange paint and just add some polka dots. I'll probably add some glitter maybe. But honestly, you can do whatever you would like, as long as it has a nice positive message, because ultimately we want to appreciate employees, because today is Employee Appreciation Day, and there are lots of staff members out there that work really hard at their jobs, whether it's a cashier or a nurse or someone that works at McDonald's. There are so many people that have jobs and that are staff members, and they deserve to be recognized for the hard work that they do. So, after you decorate your rock and you put your fancy message on it that says, thank you for working so hard, or you're a rock star, something positive, you're going to want to take some clear coat and spray this rock and let it dry. That way it will keep its color forever. So, go give this to a special employee out there.
Okay, now that we've painted our appreciation rock, we are going to give it out to a special person sometime today. We just wanted to say thank you for joining us at Nincompoops in Cahoots. I hope you enjoyed our very first episode, and we can't wait to see you again for another one. What do you think, Eggburt?
Yes. Have a great rest of your night. We love you.
All right. Have a good night, and we'll see you again another time. Bye.
Bye.